There it is. That's just a planet. That's just a star. Hey, man, that ain't for you. How about that? I'm not out here to convince any of you non-believers who ain't meant to get it, man. All right? But anyways, before I get started, I have to give all thanks and praises unto our power, the power of Israel, not the power of any other nation. And seeing that I don't come in my own name, what is his name? Yahweh, Bahashum Yahweh Shai, Bahashum Warakwadash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters also. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. So I'm going to jump into my first scripture. This is the book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 5. Mortify therefore your members, which are upon the earth. So to mortify your members is to basically make it dead, cut it off. Now, of course, this is a spiritual reference. This is metaphorically speaking. It's not literally speaking of you grabbing a sharp object and cutting off one of your members. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence. And that evil concupiscence is that evil desire. Like, for an example, evil concupiscence would be a man lusting after another man's wife, or a man who is a sodomite. Here he is lusting after a man who's not a sodomite in his mind. He has an evil desire. Okay? And it's a deep evil desire. It's like a deep craving. Like if you were starving, you would have a deep craving for food. Okay? And someone with an evil concupiscence about themselves, they have a deep desire in something. Okay? And covetousness, which is idolatry. So you have to cut that off. We have to become a new man in hopes that we can be delivered. And I don't understand why, like in the background, the car lights show up like at the top of my screen. But it almost looks like it's chariots flying, right? That's spiritual. It literally looks like chariots are flying on my screen, but that's just how the reflection's hitting my phone. But hey, everything is spiritual because there is an actual chariot. Now on my screen, it shows it's on the left-hand side, but what I've acknowledged is when I actually upload the video, things show up on the opposite side. So on my end, the chariot's on the left-hand side of my phone. So I believe it will be on the right hand of the phone or the screen once this is uploaded. For which things' sake the wrath of God cometh on the children of disobedience. And we don't want the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to come down upon us. So we have to cut off the old man. We have to cut off the old ways. Okay? The evil desires of the flesh. Okay? And there's a lot of things that men may have done back in the world, and it was an evil desire. It was an evil craving. Okay? In the which ye also walked some time when ye lived in them. So we're all guilty. We all come from something. We all have various backgrounds. And the mercy that's been shown to me has been undeserved mercy. Okay? Because even in my life, I've made a lot of mistakes and things that I'm not happy about, but the Lord has shown me mercy. And I don't deny the fact that the Lord has been showing me mercy. I don't doubt it one bit. But now ye also put off all these: anger, which has been a problem in my life when I was in the world. And then coming into this truth, it's gotten better and better and better. I've gotten more patient. Anger, wrath, malice. And you can't be full of malice because now you're stubborn, you're hard-headed. Now you're breaking the laws of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai willingly. And not only that, you're proud doing it. You don't have a guilty conscience about it. Blasphemy. And a lot of people are caught up in blasphemy. You're lying against the gospel. You lie against this truth. That's not going to be good for you. Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai takes his word very seriously. Filthy communication out of your mouth, and filthy communication has nothing to do with saying so-called curse words. And notice I said so-called, okay? Filthy communication is teaching lies, teaching false doctrine, telling our people to call on idols. There's another chariot behind me, so of course I got that one right there. And then I have this other one just chilling, doing this thing right there. If you notice, the sky is just blank. Ain't nothing out here, but you got these two chariots. Okay? With signs following. Because I know a lot of men, they might not see me as a man of the Lord, but that doesn't mean I'm not a man of the Lord. All right? Things have been revealed to me that a lot of men have not seen or heard within themselves, and I'm hated for that. All right? But this ain't about that. This is really about us becoming a new man. And seeing that we come out here and teach, we come out here and minister unto our people. We are a nation of kings and priests, man. The Lord is raising us up to be kings and priests. But in order for us to do that, we have to be cleaned up. We have to be made new. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. So we have to mortify the old man. We have to cut that off. And have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. Okay, so we have to put on that new man. Let's jump down to verse 12. Verse 13. You know what? Let's just read I'll just read 11. And I'll just take it down to about 13 or 14. Where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision, barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but Mashiach is all and in all. Put on therefore as the elect of God, holy and beloved bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, and long suffering, forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against you, any even as Mashiach forgave you, so also do ye. And above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. So we have to set aside that old man. Because see, the old man with me, if you disrespect me, it's all up. We can do whatever. We can handle it however we need to handle it. But being in this ministry, more so when it comes to brothers, if a brother offends you, you shouldn't be so quick to want to throw insult back to him. You should be in the spirit of peace. You should be in the spirit of wanting to create a solution for the situation. But a lot of men, they're just so quick to want to see a man fall out. They're so quick to want to get others to hate on somebody. But that's not how the Lord wants us to be. In fact, that's still the old man that's residing in you, if that's your way of going about things. How is it a man is doing the same thing as you, but you over here cursing him out, talking about he's going to be put to death, and he didn't even do nothing outside of maybe do some minor offense, but he's still teaching the doctrine though, okay? Because I could say a lot of things about a lot of men, but I'm not going to do it. You know, I've been in this truth for a decade. I've seen a lot of fakeness. I've seen a lot of men who don't really act accordingly, and they don't really come off to be who they say they are. I'll just say that. Like, I'm the type of man, I don't mind being alone. And if I'm around anybody, we have to be like-minded. We have to be about the same thing. We have to be walking of the same mind, or I can't really fool with you like that. But that's the spirit of the Lord. That's the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And plus, I've always kind of been like that. I've never been the type to just want to fool with a whole bunch of people unless I'm really down with you, man. Because I take my time seriously, and I don't want to just put my energy into anything. Okay? But you have a lot of men in this ministry, they're still holding on to that old man. They're not praying for their brother. They're actually praying against their brother. When they throw up curses, they have a certain brother in mind as well. But yet, they themselves want mercy. The fact that the Lord has us out here teaching and doing what we're doing, this is a heavy responsibility. So we can't be like everybody else. We can't be like how we used to be. Okay? A lot of men, I feel, have offended me in this ministry in different types of ways. It's never really been to my face, but I've always been a man of good discernment. I feel like that's one of my gifts. I can kind of foresee things. I can kind of feel things. Okay? And a lot of times I be on point. All right? Not all the time, because I'm still imperfect. But a lot of times I be on point when I be feeling certain things about things. All right? Now, let's go to Ephesians chapter 4. Okay, yeah. Ephesians chapter 4. And I'm going to jump down to verse 21. If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him as the truth is in Yahushai, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after the power is created in righteousness and true holiness. So we have to put on the new man. We have to set aside who we used to be. The way we used to handle things, we can't do that anymore. You have a lot of men in this truth. They exercise patience, and you would have no idea who they used to be. And it might come out from time to time, but a lot of us in this ministry, the Lord has worked on us so much that we've gained a lot of patience to where a lot of people might think we're pushovers, or they can just get over on us and just abuse us, and we're supposed to just take it because we exercise patience. And little do you know, we were one of them people that might ruin your day, man. All right? But at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not looking for tough guys. He's not looking for us to come out here and show that we about it in terms of being carnal, but we're about it being spiritual. We're about it being obedient to the word, man. All right? Now, if somebody run up and tries something, that's one thing, but we're not going out of our way to try to harm people. All right? I don't go out of my way looking for problems. Hell, I don't even go out of my way to talk to people, man. You people of this world, you are uninteresting to me. I don't care to be around you. Okay? Even a lot of men in this truth who claim to be prophets, who claim to be teachers, you don't really live what you talk for a lot of you. Okay? And if that offends you, I don't know what to tell you. Outside of maybe I'm talking about you in the spirit. All right? But we have to put off that old man. We have to put off those old conversations of the past. Talking about adultery. Talking about getting over on somebody. Gossiping on somebody. Okay? Trying to plot on somebody. Okay? Verse 25, verse 24, and that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. So we are members one of another, we are members one of another. And I read earlier to mortify your members. So if there's a brother that ain't right, you got to cut him off too. Now, there's a lot of brothers who are amazing, man. You know, they're real brothers, real charitable. But then you have a lot of other men, they know who they say they are. And I see it. And it's like, it's funny. You might be deceiving all these other people. Okay, you might have an elder speak well of you, but you're not fooling me. Okay? Take it how you want for a lot of you men. And then on top of that, a lot of you men are showing how carnal you are. You're showing that you haven't put off the old man and you're not as spiritual as you claim to be. You're only spiritual when it benefits you, and you're only spiritual when dealing with someone of high rank. Now they have value. Okay? But somebody else, their words pretty much mean nothing. You just an upstart. You came out of nowhere. Who are you? You're not a man of the Lord, right? So we're going to find out in these last days that we're currently in who's real and who's not. And I guarantee a lot of you are going to be surprised when you find out who's who. Okay? Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor. And you have men lying to each other. You have men talking about, hey man, I'm not going to be able to make it out today. I ain't feeling good. And then he messed around and he just had a hangover because he went out the night before. But he going to call the brother lying, talking about, yeah man, I ain't going to make it, man. You know, I think I'm getting sick, bro. No, you just went out last night. You had a good time. You got drunk. Okay, you want to be a little irresponsible because you knew you had to go out the next morning with the camp or whatnot. And guess what? Now you're making some little pity party excuse. Okay, you're lying to your brother. Okay? Yeah, man, they'll just lie to your face all day long. And then think you're supposed to like just take it or act like you don't see it. Like, you know I'm not a fool, right? You know the Lord is with me, right? You know I can sense your bullshit. Okay? And then sometimes brothers might have reasons of not showing up to camp. I understand that. But what I'm saying is you have men lying to each other. Just flat out lying. A man will ask a question. A brother will lie. Hey, how long you been in the truth? Oh, shit, I've been in the truth about 4 years. When it's only been 2.5. Like, for what? What was the point of lying, man? What does that do for you? Right? Now, it's one thing to make a mistake. You know, you say something that may not be true, and then you reflect on it like, maybe that wasn't right. Right? But then, you know, you correct it. But to just intentionally lie to a brother, that's weak as hell, man. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. But if you're not a good member, you got to be mortified, man. And a lot of men are showing that they're not good members, and the Lord is going to mortify you. Even if you think you're somebody and brothers are speaking well of you, they always mention you in their videos. They always do land back lessons, speaking on your lesson, being edifying. If the Lord sees fit that you ain't right, you're going to be mortified, man. Okay? Because that's just how it's going to be. As we should mortify our members in terms of cutting off ways of the old man, you also have to cut off members within the body that ain't right either. All right? Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. So if you have any fault towards a brother without cause, you feel a certain way, don't go to sleep in your wrath, man. Because now you're giving Satan the play to pry that brotherhood apart between you and that man, and you not be justified. And now the wrath of the Lord is upon you. Okay? You might go to bed angry at somebody, just totally pissed off over something stupid. You go to sleep on it, you wake up the next day to find out they died, man. You didn't even have time to make it right. And then you realize, man, it wasn't even that serious. But you gave place for the devil. Okay? So we're in a time where Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is changing us. We're not who we used to be. And the fact that we out here, we're doing what we're doing, we're preaching and prophesying, we're like a new man, okay? We're not the same man that we once were. Although, if we are who we are, we always was a prophet and a teacher, but we were in darkness, we got lost, okay? You can say we kind of left our first love, we done a lot of stupid things, we pissed off the Lord, but seeing that we're coming back, it's like, hey, we got to make up for our shortcomings, man. Let's go to 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 6. And the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh, will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them, and shall be turned into another man. So what happens when the Lord puts the spirit of a prophet on you? You become another man. You're not who you once were. And see, that's the beautiful thing. You come from whatever background you come from, and then out of nowhere, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai puts the spirit on you, brings you forth to the light, and now you're teaching this word. And then it can happen so suddenly when you don't expect it. All right? But see, that's the beauty of the Most High and His Son. He can totally have you doing something that you never thought of doing. All right? Now, it was told to me through my mother, because I don't remember it, that when I was a little boy, it was told to me that I would be a prophet and I would lead many to the Messiah. Pretty much in those words. And the word prophet was actually used. And my mom being told these things, I guarantee she never pondered on it that heavy, because now that I'm actually doing this, and she's not reflecting on that so deeply to where, wow, you know, my son's actually a prophet now. I don't know what's in her mind. Now, she kind of believes, but at the same time, she don't, you know? Now, she's also involved with things that are very evil, very dark, okay? Things that I don't fool with, things that the Lord is not justifying, which is also why I can't be around my mother like that, okay? But we become a new man. We become like a stranger to our own kin and our own people, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai puts a different spirit in us. We're not of this world, man. If we were called and chose from the beginning, we are who we've already been. We're being who we were the whole time. Prophets. Okay? We had to mortify that old man, that old crusty Frankenstein that we once were, that this world made us to be. But somehow, through the miraculous ways of the Lord didn't allow us to go so far off the deep end. And the Spirit of the Lord will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them, and shalt be turned into another man. So yeah, Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right? We've been turned into another man. We've mortified that old man. Okay? We've been made new. And now we're telling you the words of the Lord. So you might reflect and be like, man, I know you from school. You used to do this. You used to do that. You were up to no good. You used to date my cousin. You used to date my sister, right? Regardless of who you think you know, when we come into this ministry, we are a new man. We are a new person, okay? Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. So now that we become a new man, now that we've mortified our members, we have the word in us. Now we have to teach these words. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, being the Israelites, the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So a lot of people speak against us. They don't understand that we're not who we used to be. They don't understand how the Lord operates, how he deals, man. Just because we might seem normal to you, we might seem like you're a common person because we live the life of a common person, so to speak. Don't think for a second that the Lord ain't with us. Don't think for a second that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai ain't with us, man. And I've already gone into what's been revealed to me. And I don't care who believes it. I don't care who doesn't claim me as their brother, who sees me as wicked. Okay? What the Lord has shown me, you can't take that from me. And I'm not going to let no one take it from me either. I don't care your rank or position. What the Lord has shown me, you cannot make me think any different. Okay? And I don't need to explain what that is. Fear not the imaginations against thee. And there's a lot of imaginations against us. Even our own families look at us funny. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So here we are, a new man. We've mortified that old man. And you still have people holding on to who we used to be. People not letting go of the past. People missing who we once was. All right? For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So all those who don't have faith, all those who despise this gospel, you don't believe in this word, you're going to die in your iniquities. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay? So the Lord is going to bring the weapon, the acronym, war, evil, and pestilence on niggas. Okay, and when I say niggas, that's not just speaking of what you would call so-called black people, but that's literally referencing anyone outside of the book of life. Okay? Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Okay? Now we're at the time where these things have to be answered for. Judgment has to come. Time is about up for this society. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has men. This woman trying to kill herself, man. But the woman that just walked by earlier looked like she tried to kill herself. She don't give a damn, man. That's crazy. These people got demons on them. We understand that. All right? Somebody else might not understand that. The chariot's still there. I noticed that it looked like it might have moved a little bit from where it was. And it's like going in and out, like it's not as bright as what it once was. Why? Because it's not a star. It's not a planet. I know what it is, all right? It's a chariot. Get over it. All you non-believers, get over it. Hurdle over it. Hurdle over it, bucko. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So yeah, your hurtful works are fulfilled. The day of judgment is nigh at hand. And that's why the Lord has risen up men like myself to bring out this word, to prophesy unto you. We've been made a new man, but ultimately, this is who we was the whole time. But we've been made a new man in a sense that we had to fall away first. But seeing that we fell away, we've come back into this light, this marvelous light. And now it's like we're a new man. We're renewed again. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So yeah, the elect are sighing and crying. The elect are tired of this nonsense. The elect are looking for a better way. But when you're in the world, you're not thinking like that. Okay? Let's touch on the book of Numbers, chapter 11 and 29. And Moses said unto him, enviest thou for my sake? Would God that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord will put his spirit upon them. So the Lord has to put his spirit upon you. It's the Lord that makes you new. So we come out here and do this because of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai putting his spirit within us. It's like we're a new man. So a lot of people who knew us for who we used to be, they scratching their head trying to figure out what's wrong with this guy. What got into him? The spirit of the Lord got into us, man. He put his spirit into us. Now, just like when you look at a man and a woman, when they come together sexually, he's putting his spirit in her. Okay, well, this is a spiritual marriage, and the Lord is putting his spirit back in us. We've been called out this world. We're not of this world. We're a new man. We mortified those old members. Although we're not perfect yet, we still have things we work on. We still have things, you know, we have to fight and battle with among ourselves. And personally, we all know what that is when it comes to ourselves. At least we should. Being in this ministry, it shows you who you are directly to your face. And you have to live with it. And then at the same time, you're either going to be fighting to make changes, or you're going to not give a damn and just have a stubborn mind and do what you want to do. Do what thou wilt. Okay? And Moses said unto him, enviest thou for my sake? Would the power that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord will put his spirit upon them. So the Lord is putting his spirit upon the men of the Lord. Okay? Deuteronomy chapter 18. And verse 15. The Lord Yahweh thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken. So the Lord is raising up prophets out of your people, Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You might not take us seriously because we're under the curses just like you. We look like your cousins. We look like your enemies that you fought against on the streets, right? We look like a familiar face unto you, but that face doesn't look like a face of hope. a lot of our faces, because we look like you get discouraged. Like, oh, this doesn't mean nothing, because we're not Esau, because we're not the so-called white man telling you these things. But the Lord has risen up prophets out of your people, whether you like it or not, to let you know this truth, to let you know that destruction's coming to America, to let you know that if you don't repent, you will be destroyed and caught up in that devastating destruction if you're still alive in that day. Okay? And that's just the truth, man. The Lord's people, that's where you're going to find the prophets at. You're going to find prophets among Israelites. The Lord thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken. So you better listen to us the same way you listen to the Lord. You know why? Because we're speaking his words. So if you disregard the message, you're only hurting yourself. If you're holding on to who we used to be or who you think we are, and it don't line up to who the Lord actually sees us as, you're only hurting yourself. Okay? Let's go to Amos chapter 2. I haven't brought this one out in quite a while either. This is Amos chapter 2 and verse 11. And I raised up of your sons for prophets, and of your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel, saith the Lord? So the prophets are going to be found amongst Israelites. The reason why you see men on the streets in garments who have tattoos on their body, okay? Men on the streets in garments who used to be affiliated with some sect or some gang, used to be adulterers, used to be robbers, thieves, used to be involved in politics, used to be involved in witchcraft, hoodoo, voodoo, okay? Black magic, all that stuff. Men come from various backgrounds, involved with being a so-called fake Christian, a Catholic, a so-called Baptist, you know, all these things of the world, okay? But at the end of the day, only those who have this gospel are going to be renewed and clean from all of those things. It's the truth. The words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that's cleaning you up. And it's coming to you through the mouthpiece of the prophets, because we are the mouthpiece of the Lord. The Lord sent us. We're talking on his behalf. And you might not take it serious. You might not see it like that. And that's okay. All right? It's all good. Not for you, but it's all good. The Lord is raising up prophets from amongst our people. Amos 2 and 11 again. And I raised up of your sons for prophets. But you rather see a prophet come from another nation before you take them serious. You have to see a prophet have the look of a so-called white man before you take him serious. Or have some Australian accent before you take him serious. Okay? But if he comes from your neighborhood, right? He comes from humble beginnings. He looked like your cousin. He looked like somebody you fought back in the day, right? There's no way he could be a prophet. You don't like how he looked. You don't like his voice. You know, he's this, he's that, or he's not this or that. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is raising up men according to his heart, whether you like it or not. Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, he's the one raising up prophets. He puts the spirit on who he puts the spirit on. And there's nothing you can do about that. If you got a problem with it, take it up with him. Okay, we're not here to appease to your emotions. We're not here to play patty cake with you. We've been changed. We've been made new through the Spirit. The Lord has put this word in us and has brought us back to life. We're back doing what we were meant to be doing, prophesying unto our people. That's how you know the Spirit of Yahweh Shai is in you. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're feeding you with knowledge and understanding. Let's touch on Revelations chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. So if you ask me, I would have to say that the holy angels probably have white woolly hair too. And this is why I say this, and I'm speaking as a man. I'm expressing myself as a man. There's no biblical reference that really shows this. But I believe when John had bowed down at the feet of this angel had to have looked like Yahweh Shai. Because John, being one of the 12, he walked among Yahweh Shai. He would know better than to do such a thing. Not only did he bow down because the angel looked terrifying and powerful, but the angel probably looked like Yahweh Shai. When he saw Yahweh Shai in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks, okay, the angel may have looked similar to what he had saw when he had saw Yahweh Shai. So he bowed down at the angel's feet. So it could be a possibility that even the holy angels all have white woolly hair. They all favor the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son as well. But it's hard to say. But in these times to come, we're going to find out. But the Heavenly Father, through his only begotten Son, has given us the spirit of prophecy to let you know what's coming in the future. And according to the Holy Bible, a lot of the things that are coming, these church pastors are not even going to speak on it, not even a little bit. They're going to act like these things don't exist. Revelations chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not.
Is there a chair down there?
What was that?
A chair?
There might be. I don't have my glasses, sorry. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. So the angels are our brethren. We're angels also. The only difference is we're angels in the flesh teaching the gospel. They're angels in celestial bodies, but their duty isn't to teach the gospel. They have a different duty. Worship the power, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay? So if you have the spirit of Yahushai in you, you're going to prophesy. You're going to teach this truth. Okay? Now, when you go into that word prophesy, the word says prophetia. It says prophecy, a discourse emanating from divine inspiration and declaring the purpose of God, whether by reproving and admonishing the wicked. So prophecy isn't just speaking of things that haven't happened yet, but also reproving our people. It's prophesying. Brothers think prophesying only consists of going into the destruction of America, the chariots coming, salvation, the kingdom of heaven. Prophesying really goes into the whole volume of the book. Okay? All these words are really the spirit of prophecy. Okay? A discourse of emanating from divine inspiration and declaring the purposes of God, whether by reproving and admonishing the wicked, or comforting the afflicted, or revealing things hidden, especially by foretelling future events. So we're foretelling you future events that are to happen according to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and we know that he's faithful and true. He's not a man that he shall lie. So seeing that we have the spirit in us, we've been changed. We're like a new man. You can't understand what you're looking at. For those of you who may have known us, okay? And then others of you who don't know us, because we're not doing something that's worldly, you're looking at us like, what is he doing? What's going on? Okay? But what's happening is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is placing his spirit back in the earth. And it's showing through the men that he has teaching. It looks like that chariot's gone. I'm just now acknowledging that. This one's still out though. But that other one, yeah. Oh, it's back out now. See it pop back up. That's another thing. Planets don't do that. Planets don't disappear and reappear and go bright and go dim. Okay? Or move. You people don't know what you're talking about, who be on the sideline trying to scoff and say, why does he keep saying that's a chariot? That's a star. That's a planet. That ain't no planet. You can call it a star. That's fine. That actually works. That lines up with the scriptures. Amos chapter 3 in verse 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And the prophets have the spirit of Yahweh in them. They have the spirit of prophecy in them. That's how they're able to come out here and teach the words of the Bible, while also going into future events. The destruction of America, okay, is a foretelling event. The deliverance of the elect of Israel is a foretelling event. Yahweh Shai coming with a host of angels and spaceships is a foretelling event. All right? The kingdom of heaven being established here on earth. New Jerusalem coming down from the chariots on top of Mount Zion. Okay, that's a foretelling event, but it's coming soon. All right, and we're out here in the spirit because the Lord has put the spirit on us to let you know the truth is right in front of you. These things are going to happen. The prophets are back here on earth, and when you see us, you should take us seriously. You should take us as a sign. We are a warning unto you. Okay? Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And we are the mouth of the Lord. Let's go to Hosea. Chapter 12 and verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions, and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So the Lord is speaking through his prophets. All right? The Lord controls everything, man. He controls both sides. He controls the wicked. He also controls the righteous. And he's speaking this truth through his prophets, through his men. Okay? We got another chariot that popped up, man. There it is. All right, I'm going to read this again. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions, and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. All right? So the Lord is speaking through his prophets. He's given visions and things unto his prophets. Why? Because he's with us. I'm going to go on ahead. I'll probably bring out one more scripture. Let's go to let's go to Mark chapter 16 and verse 15. And he said unto them, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking to his disciples. And he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. So we're out here in the open teaching this word, teaching the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved. So that's the importance of believing in the truth. It's as simple as that, man. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. I can't wait till we start performing more miraculous signs, man. Okay? And these signs shall follow them that believe in my name. Shall they cast out devils? They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. And I think it's written, not in the Bible, but in history, that there was an attempt on John the Revelator's life. They attempted to poison him, but it didn't happen. It didn't succumb to anything. Okay? They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. So then, after the Lord had spoken unto them, he was received up into heaven and sat on the right hand of God. And they went forth and preached everywhere. So you have the prophets all throughout the earth. And today's time, we're preaching everywhere. Back then, the Lord's disciples would be moving around. They would be preaching everywhere. But now we have the internet. And the internet is broadcasting this word to where we're preaching everywhere through the internet, projecting this message. Because we live in a different time, okay? And they went forth and preached everywhere, the Lord working with them, and confirmed the word with signs following. And the Lord is confirming this word with signs following, and that's what you're seeing right there. You're seeing a chariot. So I'm going to go on ahead and close this up. And I'm going to give all thanks and praises unto our power, the power of Israel, not the power of any other nation. Let me adjust this some more as I'm closing out. And I'm going to go on ahead and give all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Warakakwadash. Lord willing, that was simple and edifying. I'll let this roll for a little bit longer. And I'm going to go on ahead and be out of here. All right, Shalom.